This was one of my students' thesis. She was a math teacher in the middle school. Um, we were talking about the evaluation methods with her and try to find out any different kind of methods that we could evaluate students' academic success, except traditional methods. So one of my colleagues from another university, Tarık and Mehmet, when we were discussing all together how we can use machine learning algorithms to evaluate students' academic success in math. But in general, math questions were about computational questions like I mean traditional math questions. But we thought that we could ask students open-ended questions, open-ended math questions, and then get their answers, and then use the machine learning algorithms to predict their academic success. That's the idea that comes from this kind of discussion. So there are different types of educational evaluations, as you're aware of. We use these kind of evaluations to evaluate, to assess student performance, to monitor their progress, and then to refine our teaching methods. So, one of there are four basic evaluations methods that summative evaluation, formative evaluation, diagnostic evaluation, and placement evaluations. We use formative evaluations during the lecturing or learning process to monitor students' learning progress during the instruction. If there is a learning gap within the during the instruction, that's or if any misunderstandings that we could try to figure out, and then we use formative evaluation to provide timely feedback to students in order to improve their learning. Um, this is what we why we use formative evaluations. In general, it could be classroom observation, quizzes, and tests, or peer assessment, self-assessment, or it could be also classroom discussions. Another type of evaluation was summative evaluations. We use this kind of evaluations at the end of the term or course or unit to evaluate students' overall achievements on the learning objectives and provide a grade for or certification for to the students. And those final exams or portfolio reviews and performance tasks and end of unit projects and etc. are the methods that we use for summative evaluation. There is another type of evaluation that we call it the diagnostic evaluations. It occurs before any instruction starts. The reason why we use diagnostic evaluation to establish a knowledge or skill levels of students. Is there any gaps in learning to identify and to modify our lecture in order to meet specific needs of the students? So pre-test, diagnostic quizzes, learning style surveys, and teacher interviews, reading assignments are the methods that we use for diagnostic evaluations. The last one was placement evaluation. We use the placement evaluation to determine the most suitable level of a student to begin or a course or a school. So we use this kind of purposes placement evaluation. It could be admission test, review of academic records, or teacher recommendations, language proficiency test, or subject specific placement tests. Those are the types of evaluations. So we use machine learning algorithms. It's machine learning algorithms is a as a subset of artificial intelligence. Um, the purpose of our research was to predict students' academic success in math in an objective way. using open-ended math questions in Turkish, and we employed machine learning algorithms to to perform, I mean, to predict the students' math achievements with those open-ended questions. We used supervised machine learning algorithms. Those were like, hold on a second, support vector machine, decision tree, and k nearest neighbors algorithms we used for this research. And then what we did to analyze the data, we digitized the collected data, and then to make the data ready for the algorithms. And then we used those algorithms, and then at the end of the training, we used machine learning algorithms to train the data, and then we got the results. There are two different methods that we used. One was term frequency, inverse document frequency, TF-IDF. The other one was bag of words method to for both three support vector machines and decision trees and k-nearest neighbors. For each algorithms, we use two different methods. Um, Let me move on the results of what we had with the question one, question two, question three, and the question four. And we had a total 8 questions for the students, middle school students. Those are the results of K nearest neighbors decision tree support vector machines with two different methods, TF, IDF, and bag of words methods. Those are the results as you see here. Uh, with these three different algorithms, we the support machine algorithms with the TF IDF, we got 95.14% accuracy value within these algorithms. This is the most successful algorithms we had during the model training. And then those are the researchers that support our findings, but I am gonna move on with these findings. And as a result, what we can say that we could use machine learning algorithms to evaluate open-ended math questions on middle school students. The most successful method was support machine vector with TIF IDF method. So I think that it could be, I mean, if we improve this method for open-ended math questions, it could be most objective evaluation method to evaluate student success on math. That's the conclusion that we could say in this research. So I just want to take your time a lot. So I'm going to share my presentation on the system, and also we are planning to publish this our research within coming months. So thank you so much for your listening. If you have any questions, I can get from